Hi there, I'm here with my dear friend Tatiana Robles today in Pink Sofa Conversations. Thanks for being here, Tati.
Thank you so much, Ali, for the invitation. Very excited to be here.
Yeah, I met Tati in 2004. We both studied fashion design together, and I have to say that I'm really proud of her because she's one of the very, very few that from my generation and my degree actually made it to be a real fashion designer. And you have your own brand. Tati, since when?
I started the brand in 2011 here in Colombia, and we've been working for 9 years now.
Yeah. So you've grown really a lot. You started with a small idea, do really cool Colombian inspired fashion because you're based in Barranquilla. And you were telling me before that you have now 2 stores in Barranquilla and one in Cartagena, and then you have your online store. It would be interesting just to give us a brief description of how your evolution. 9 years, you say it really fast, but there's been a lot of things happening. Give us a little bit of an understanding.
Okay, so I started with the basic idea that I wanted to be a brand that was not massive as, let's say, Zara, but not as expensive like high-end designers. And I wanted to give women, the experience to have really great clothes with great quality and design, but with a fair cost.
Yeah.
And also the in-store experience or our shopping experience, I wanted to be like very high-end, but not paying that much to get that same experience. What I did was making these limited collections every week so women would have the experience to come all the time to the store and have the opportunity to get new things, but knowing that no one else is going to get it. Like,
so basically capsule collections. So you go to the studio from Laetitia, Tati Robles, and you have always very cool funky stuff, affordable. Still they have an expectation of a shopping experience, so you're adding this full moment where they go there, they sit with you, they talk, they chat, they know where the pieces are being made. Because I do also think that's kind of something that makes your brand so unique, is that it's a family business.
It is a family business. My mom helps me out with the administrative part, and I do all the creative part.
Yeah.
So it is a family business.
And even the ladies that help you and that are sewing and creating the pieces, it's like a big group of people that you've been working for a long time. So they're kind of part of this membrane of connection that you have with people.
Yeah, so that's very interesting about Laetitia, that we have control on almost 90% of our operation. We know everyone who's involved with it. We can really say it's an ethical, we treat people the right way, like we want to be treated. So let's say that we can control all of those factors that maybe big brands, they can't control.
Yeah.
They don't know everyone.
Of course. We're talking about capsule collection. So what's the name of the collection that you're wearing now, your dress?
Right now I'm wearing this collection. The name is Habitat, and I'm starting to make it as a line, not as a collection, like all the time having it with different prints. We also do the prints, we do everything in-house. This collection started actually because my boyfriend was like, why do you always hang out in your pajamas? And I was like, because I love them. I love to be comfortable, and I love and I love them. So I told him I'm going to make a collection of clothes that look like pajamas, but they actually are not pajamas, and you can go everywhere in pajamas, everywhere you go. So and that was in January. So we launched it in January, and now with all of this happening, I feel like it's the perfect collection, collection for right now, right?
Yeah, I mean, you have a shower, you wear this, you put red lipstick at home, and you have a Skype with your friends. It's just absolutely perfect. So Tati, you're talking about lifestyle, about experiences. So is this the direction that you're taking your brand towards?
Yeah, totally. I feel like Like right now, we're more into experiences more than buying stuff or more than, like spending. You want to have a memory, like you
Yeah.
want to get something more than just getting a dress,
Yeah.
right? So that's where we're turning into. A lifestyle for me has been always very important. Maybe we've been doing it a little bit like in small steps, integrating it to the brand. And right now we're into it like 100%. And I feel like this break we've been given, it's perfect for that because we're gonna have time to really, really, really focus on that new Laetitia that is going to be born when all of this crazy stuff, all of these uh, vacations are over.
Yeah, let's call it vacations. I like it. Someone was
Right.
telling me before, let's stop calling it social distances because we're
Or
still being
pride
very
time.
social. Let's call it physical distancing because, you're in Barranquilla, I'm in London, but we're speaking.
Right. And I've been speaking with all of my friends that I can't see all the time, like you guys,
Yeah.
which are my friends from college in Spain. And I've been seeing more of you now that I've been seeing you since we graduated.
Absolutely.
So I feel like it's not social distancing, but really reconnecting in a different way with people.
Yeah. So I know from your Instagram stories, you're so much into environment, into being conscious. You have anything coming up in this more environmental approach to fashion?
Yeah, we've been making changes since 2 years ago. I'm in love with nature. Let's start with that. I feel like nature is the most recharging battery you can get, and I love animals, and I really have this strong connection with nature.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm in this business, right? In the worst business for nature, fashion business. So I'm stuck here, and I feel like, and 2 years ago we started making changes because it's very difficult to be one from one day to another. We're sustainable.
Yeah.
Impossible. Even you from home is difficult to be 100% sustainable. Imagine a brand.
Yeah.
But we've been making small steps. At first, we've been studying about it because it's very important first to get the information.
Yeah.
And then we've started with small steps. For example, we started making all of our buttons and everything we make. We make it out of coconut and out of it's a seed here in Colombia
How is it
that
called?
means totumo.
Okay.
Totumo. I remember making my thesis on it. I didn't know it was going to. I was going to work with it.
You were a visionary already back then.
Right. Because I love artisans. There's
Yeah.
so many artisans around that I really love to see them work. So we started with that. We started. Obviously, we don't make so many pieces. We make small productions. Also, we've been our e-commerce. It's another. I feel like it's a sustainable selling channel, right?
Yeah.
And we've been carefully planning how we're going to give that shopping experience to
Yeah.
e-commerce. Also, that's we're working on it right
The
now.
logistics of it, right? It's really important.
The
There are some
logistics.
brands, that when you buy online, they're only working with couriers and companies that are green companies that have electric cars or that do some sort of giving back to
Exactly.
society. Yeah.
Exactly. And now we're this in January where we were like nonstop working with our packaging because e-packaging you can find so many things that you can do for the environment and to continue the process. Like it's not only the bag, it's what you can do with the bag afterwards. It's the paper you make the bag out of.
Yeah.
It's the box you receive it. How can you what can you do with it? Or how can we contribute to taking it back and reusing it? Or we've been working on that. It's it's not an easy camino.
Task, way, journey. Yeah.
Right, it's not an easy journey, but it's important to start, and it's important also, very important to to educate the consumer as well.
Yeah, yeah. That's
That's very
powerful,
important.
yeah.
It's part of the sustainability journey,
Yeah.
and it's a very important one.
Yeah, because you need to match the expectation of the consumer with the experience. You don't want to disappoint them with something that's sustainable, but it seems that it's core to your values as a designer. And I think that's what makes it so genuine, that it comes from a place of being sincere and being upfront. And it's not just a trend, it's something that you breathe in your brand, and that it's important for you to reflect in your full process.
Yeah, totally, totally. It's for me. It's not a fashion, or it's not a trend I have to do. No, for me, it comes from within, and I know my co-workers feel the same.
So to finish up, Tati, what is it and how do you feel when you see a client wearing one of your dress and they're like shining and the face is full of light? Is that what motivates you to be a designer?
Of course, I mean it's so. I love it when I'm in a place, like a random place, around, and out of the nowhere comes this woman dressed with one of my dresses, and I'm like, I made that. I think that's something that will never. I'll never get used to that.
Yeah.
To that feeling of seeing someone dressed with what you created in your mind. Like, that's amazing.
That's amazing.
That's really, like, I get goosebumps all the time, and I'm not going to get tired of that.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for your time, Tati. We will share the website, the shop, all the details of your brand so that people can really look around and shop, because, you deliver everywhere. So it shouldn't be a problem to get a Laetitia dress anytime. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Ali, for having me. So fun.
Thanks.